This is the G60 from Zhiyun, and I gotta say, it's one of the most practical little lights I've ever owned. Now you might look at it and think it's almost like a toy, it's so small, but I'm here to tell you it really does pack a punch. As a matter of fact, I used this light on a feature film I just shot, and it worked really well under intense circumstances. We ran the light the entire day. Now, the biggest selling point to this light is its size. Look how small that is. Here is an iPhone, and the iPhone is a lot bigger than the light. Now, the light is a cube, and the phone is obviously more of a rectangle, but it is remarkably small and compact. I mean, you can put this in your hand, you can take it anywhere, but again, it is 60 watts, so the light has a lot of power and can really do a good job depending on what you're trying to do. Now, in the movie, we used it as more like an accent light or a background light or a backlight. You could use it as a key light though, depending on what you're doing. Again, this light's probably designed for social media content creators more than it is for movies, but that's the beauty of it, is that it's versatile and you can use it on really whatever you're trying to do. Now, as a mobile filmmaker, the best part about it is, of course, it's mobile. It's so small. It has a really cool little arm here that allows you to put it on a stand. Now, I have a quick release on here right now, but you could mount this to a tripod, which it comes with, or you could mount it to a traditional light stand with an adapter. Now, it is a COB light and it's bicolor as well. And so that too makes it really exceptional for professional work, meaning you can make it look more warm, like tungsten. It goes down to 2700 Kelvin and up to, I believe, 6500 Kelvin, more of the daylight look. And so it's very versatile and the color accuracy is extremely good. Zhiyun has done a nice job. The fan noise on this is very light. I mean, there is fan noise, but you can definitely use it. And a really nice component to this too is you can run it on power, or it has a USB, so you can run it on batteries. Although the battery has to be a pretty high watt battery, a USB style battery, to be able to power it. If it's not, it'll only run at like 10 or 20% of its capacity. But with the higher capacity batteries, it will run at full blast. Now again, to many this probably looks like a toy, but one really cool thing that it comes with is this is an optional accessory. It's a Bowens mount. And so you can attach the light to the Bowens mount. And now you have the ability to attach this not only to a traditional light stand, but then also you can attach a larger softbox. And the softbox I've been using is one from Aperture. It's a small softbox, but you could use any size softbox you want. The one I got is the square. I believe it's a 2x2. I'll put a link for that in the description. And by the way, everything I'm talking about, I have links in the description if you want to pick one of these up. And so that makes this light much more usable in a larger professional environment. And the one thing I failed to mention at the beginning is this thing comes with a reflector. And again, it has what's called a Zhiyun mount. And so now it has the reflector on there. And then it also comes with a diffuser. And so this is a way that a lot of people would end up using the light because it keeps it really compact. You've got the reflector that helps intensify the beam, and then it also will soften the light. So depending whether you're shooting somebody's face, whether you're shooting skin, or whether you're just hitting the background and try to emulate sunlight, would depend on whether you use this accessory or not. And the light actually has its own little softbox, which is kind of cool. It's not very big, and it has the Zhiyun mount on it, and so it is proprietary to this light. And I would say that's maybe what, 8 or 10 inches. And so I like using the larger softbox. This one doesn't do a whole lot in my humble opinion. Although again, depending on what you're doing, it could come in handy, and it does come with the kit. So this one is good because it comes with it, but it's not as big of a light or soft of a light, because remember, the bigger the light source and the closer it is to you, the softer it is. And so that's why I do recommend for softer light, especially for a key light, using a larger softbox. And then it does have a power source for AC and a little bag. The bag is nice because it has a strap on here that you can attach it to a stand. That way, when your light is attached to the stand, the power cord doesn't drag and hit the ground. And the cord itself is fairly long, which is nice. That way you don't have to use a stinger. Although depending on your setup, you might have to include one, but the cord is a decent length. But again, as a mobile creator, a mobile filmmaker, having a light that is no bigger than the size of your phone makes things very mobile. And this being a 60 watt light, you're not sacrificing much power, especially if you're shooting tighter shots, need a background light, or even an overhead light, or even a key light. This could absolutely work as a key light, especially using a softbox. You get the light in close to yourself. So what do you think? Have you used one of these new Zhiyun lights? Let me know in the comments below. And if not, I would highly recommend picking one of these up. It's a no-brainer in my opinion, again, whether you're any kind of filmmaker, but in particular a mobile filmmaker, to have gear that makes your setup extremely mobile. Thanks for watching. This is Blake Calhoun. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.